Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage Part 24. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. We finally made it to Dragon Shores, where these Norks run this carnival theme park type place, and we could go in because we have the game 100% complete. We actually need the game 100% complete to go to Dragon Shores. You just have to get us through a number of orbs, but you do get the game 100% complete. You do get a special extra bonus that you can get in this level. It's right over here. So you have this game, you have all 10,000 gems of game, money bags forked over all the gems, and we have all 64 orbs, and now we can get eternally blessed with Super Flame. Yeah, we could take us anywhere in the game now and just go for levels we already completed before and fry everything and pretty much be an immortal beast that could just destroy everything with just a single shot of the flame breath, like that. This is the first game we're going to play, these sideshow games. They're called showmen. These are like these little sideshow games, where it's going to be that classic one where you take a ball or something like that and you throw it at the target and dunk someone in a tub of water or a tank of water. And then, of course, it's going to be various villains you've encountered over the course of the game. Like there's that Yeti that we encountered in the Colossus level. He's going to be dunked into all this water. That's pretty easy. It's really, this is something we've done a lot throughout the course of this game, was just take with Spyro grabbing something with his mouth and allowing us to aim at it and shoot targets. We've done stuff like this in the first level, and we get tokens this level. There's no orbs or gems or anything like that in this level, but we just get tokens, and the goal of Dragon Shores is to get all the tokens. There's an Earth Shaper. The more of a quick look at it, and I realize those Earth Shapers actually do look like something. They do remind me of something. I remember a long time ago I saw this commercial for a cable TV service provider where it had something that looked like one of those Earth Shapers was supposed to resemble a contract. And it wasn't doing anything good. It was just laughing like, ho, ho, ho. Like it forces the owner to, the person with the contract, the user, to watch his stupid shows, and he sits on the couch with the homeowner and just laughs at what's on TV, and it's like, that's not funny. And then he's like, what I think it is, ho, ho, ho. I'm your contract. You have to watch what I want to watch. It seemed like cable owners or cable companies are like slave masters or something like that. Slaves to cable. But thankfully cable has gone the way of the dodo for the most part. People don't really watch cable anymore because they watch my videos instead. Surely my videos are way more entertaining than anything that's on cable these days. It's Spyro. He's a cool purple dragon, gets to fry and destroy everything. And now he's at Dragon Shores, the greatest theme park there is. This also reminds me a little bit of another obscure PS1 game I've played called Sim Theme Park. It's kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think it might have something to do with like the Sims games, like Sim City or something like that. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon. You can build like roller coasters or certain rides. You actually get to ride on them sometimes. It doesn't always work. The game's kind of buggy, so it doesn't always work. But go on some of the rides. You can play like little games, like sideshow games. That's kind of what this is like, only this game seems to do it way better. And this isn't even a carnival game, and it does it way better. That's because it's Spyro. Spyro is just Spyro. He's really good. He's just that good. He's like one of the greatest things video gaming has ever given to us. Spyro. Dragon Shores. Imagine trying to recreate Dragon Shores and Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised there's a place in real life called Dragon Shores. It seems like such a obvious name. Maybe that's where they got the name from, Dragon Shores. And yet there doesn't seem to be any other dragons here. I'm pretty sure this world, because Spyro seemed to know this world, so he must have visited this world prior to Spyro 2, to the start of this game. And we know Spyro comes from a world inhabited by dragons, as we saw in Spyro 1. I think there would be other dragons here, but there doesn't seem to be any other dragons here. So there's 3 different challenges that we have with the roller coaster. We're going on another challenge now. This one's a little bit harder. This time there's 50 balloons for us to pop. Earlier, some parts of the track were closed off, but now they're not closed off anymore, so now we could go there. This is just like the trolley minigame from that Breeze Harbor level. Trouble with the trolley, eh? Oh yeah, only it's not a trolley this time, it's a roller coaster. It looks exactly the same as the trolley from the Breeze Harbor level. I don't know, it's like they took a trolley and made it into a roller coaster. You can jump. You're not like really pop these balloons just by jumping into them, or just Spyro using his horns to just hit the balloons of his horns. I'm sure they're that sharp enough. I mean, if they can frickin' destroy like some like hard metal enemies, or those shielded guys you saw on that other level that had like those things that look like those thugs from Aladdin that had the fireproof shields. If we could destroy those easy, then of course balloons are going to be nothing for Spyro's horns. These minigames. It's a big collection of minigames. And that's pretty much what Dragon Shores really is. It's just how Spyro, wants to spend his vacation. He doesn't want to go to a real theme park. He just wants to go to Dragon Shores. Well, Dragon Shores is a real theme park, but they're in Spyro's universe, that is. It doesn't seem overly big. And then again, they already jammed a lot of stuff into this game. That's probably why. They're probably running out of disk space at this point in time. They already jammed this game so much. PS1 discs couldn't really hold an awful lot of space. I think the largest PS1 file I've ever seen was like maybe a gigabyte or so, or a little more than a gigabyte, in terms of how much a PS1 CD could hold in terms of data space. It could vary too. Like I think the smallest PS1 game I have in terms of data space is probably Strikers 1945. It's only like maybe 100 megabytes at most, or maybe not even, simply because it's a pathetically short game that's directly based off a 2D vertical scrolling arcade game. There's still a few more balloons here left in this thing. That's kind of what this is trying to become, like a bunch of arcade stuff. Like, let's imagine arcade games would be placed at carnivals, and would be placed at carnivals. So supposedly they were placed at carnivals at one point in time, like little games. Like arcade games kind of weren't really that far-fetched from what carnival games were. One more run. Oh yeah, they can make us do this one. Like twice wasn't already enough. Can make us do a third run of this too. We're gonna have to run on the roller coaster. This time we have a cannon this time around, so we can actually shoot at targets. Some targets can only be shot at. So yeah, this is going to become more like the Breeze Harbor level, where you actually did have a cannon. And they should make roller coasters like this in real life, where you actually get to like sit in them. You actually get to move like a gun turret thing around and actually shoot at target stuff too. You get rewarded, and you get rewarded for things, or you get prizes for things based on stuff you can shoot. It's like a mixture of a carnival ride and just a simple game that you can play that can win stuff. Like I first won Henry the Penguin, the new mascot for the Phoenixverse. I first won him from a carnival game in 2007 when I had to play some game where you had to throw a ball, and they're basketballs. You had to throw them into like plastic containers or something like that, and they often bounce off. I think all of mine bounced off, but they didn't care. They still gave me a prize anyways. You could choose like a smaller prize, and Henry and Penguins was one of them. So I just picked it, and it was like, oh look, I just picked it up, and it was Henry the Penguin. And people are looking at him saying like, oh, is he the Penguin from Happy Feet? Because he looks like them. He looks like Mumble from Happy Feet. And Happy Feet just came out the year before, or a few months, not even a year before, it's a few months before. And Surf's Up was already, it's on its way too, back in the summer of 2007. So, and back in the summer of 2007, that was already on its way. So people were kind of expecting, Penguin stuff to be popular. Penguins were really popular. I wonder if Happy Feet and Surf's Up ever appeared on that Watch Mojo list of top something, copycat movies or rip-off movies or something like that. They both have somewhat similar premises that both came out within a year of each other. But yeah, Henry the Penguin's the new official mascot of the Phoenixverse, and I definitely won him fair and square from a carnival. I'll probably put some sort of like carnival storyline in his series that's mostly based off Howard the Duck. I often consider him to be like Howard the Duck of the Phoenixverse, and no one ever considered Howard the Duck to be the mascot of Marvel, even though he kind of is mascot material. Howard the Duck, and yet supposedly the first theatrical Marvel movie never made was supposedly the Howard the Duck movie. And yeah, everyone seems to despise that movie, and I never bothered to watch it, because I just heard nothing but bad stuff about it, and I never watched it again. Not again, because I never watched it at all. And then people say, and I remember I thought Batman Forever a very long time ago too. A lot of people seem to hate Batman Forever. I remembered it being a pretty decent movie. But my memory doesn't always serve. My memory is very foggy a lot of the time, or cloudy a lot of the time. I often don't remember well, like, what stuff was. I might rewatch Batman Forever. And I think if I rewatch Batman Forever sometime soon, this might hold the record for being the longest time gap between times I've watched movies. So I only saw Batman Forever once. It was on a VHS tape at a friend's house, and it was back in 2006. And that's like 18 years later. I haven't seen it at all since then. I don't remember much of it at all, really. I don't remember anything. All I know is that people consider it's not that great of a movie, but people mostly overlook the movie because Batman and Robin came out a little bit later, came out sometime later, and that movie was infinitely way worse, and most people think bad, so that's why most people bash Batman and Robin. No one really talks about Batman Forever that much. I didn't even really know the guy who played Batman in that movie was Val Kilmer. I didn't really know that was his name at the time. No one ever talks about Val Kilmer. See, that chef was talking to one of the baby turtles he was going to victimize earlier on. He's probably still thinking about victimizing that baby turtle in a possible sequel, maybe, which was probably never going to get made. And all we did was rode on that tunnel of love thing, and we just got a token for doing that. Yeah, easiest token you're ever gonna win in any game ever. Just riding on something. You don't even get to do anything. It's just simply a ride. I think it would have been better if they had visuals to it. Kind of like that water ride from Willy Wonka, where they go for like that water tunnel thing, and it had like, and they saw like visions of things like, ooh, you may see things from your past, old friends, long gone, or something like that. And they see the head of Slugworth in there, and he's gonna make them do something. I don't know. They see all kinds of freaky stuff in Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka's a classic, of course. I had that ride. I always had that ride because Willy Wonka was, was like the thing that people, I mean, it's like Willy Wonka definitely is like a classic, and there's iconic classic movies. And it kind of was like the factory kind of was a bit of a carnival itself in terms of like like there's different like attractions and stuff, and there's like that ride thing. They could definitely make a theme park centered around that. I was shooting at those things from Aquaria Towers. Remember those guys in the water suits in Aquaria Towers? I remember those things. And they had shock sticks. They're also similar to those things that we saw in the Sunny Beach level. And yet there's another one. I'm really good at these sideshows. These are better than the ones from Sim Theme Park. And oh look, now we're shooting at those annoying things that are in the Glimmer level. Yeah, see how you like it now. Those guys are running saying, they make those annoying sounds. And they look like Neopets. Remember Neopets? That was like some sort of competitor of Pokemon. The Neopets. And people used to get them mixed up. But then again, considering the fact that a lot of modern Pokemon like Neopets these days, I'm actually not that surprised. Yeah, I remember back in the 2000s when virtual pets were everywhere. I mentioned that in a documentary I made 2 months ago about a show that was on some obscure channel I used to watch as a kid, some obscure free-to-air channel. And it like capitalized on the whole virtual pet craze. I don't know if virtual pets are still a thing now. I don't know. You think they would be popular if the modern generation of kids being addicted to their tablets and their phones, but I don't know. I don't really know much about if those are still popular things. This is the movie theater we unlocked. We got all 10 tickets, so we unlocked the movie theater where we could watch all the movies from the game. There's the exact cutscenes. It's just a bunch of cutscenes that we've already seen in this game. We could watch the ending again where Moneybags is forced to give away all of his gems. He reluctantly gives away. He only gives them because Laura forced him to do so. Spyro would have fried him otherwise. A few of the skill points you've collected in the game. I don't even know all the skill points there. I'm not even sure if I ever collected all the skill points. Someone reported that there's supposedly like an extra cutscene or something that if you get all the skill points in the game. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think every time I play this game for years, I don't even know where they all are. And you wouldn't even know where to look for them because it doesn't say which ones are which. You only find out about them if you went on the internet maybe and went and looked up a guide on where all the skill points are in Spyro 2. Well, now we're returning to the Winter Tundra, and we can see the large portal that goes to Dragon Shores. And you can see now we still have the Super Flame, so we can just keep using this all we want and flame and fry and destroy stuff all we want. This is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Quite possibly the greatest game of the PS1. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.